Have you ever sat in front of a math problem and felt your mind completely shut down? Numbers on the page, symbols everywhere, and that familiar thought creeping in, math just isn't for me. If you've ever struggled with math, problem solving, or logical thinking, this video is for you. Here's the truth no one told you in school. People who are good at math aren't smarter than you. They're not born with a special brain. They simply use a different process. And once you learn that process, math stops being scary and starts making sense. In a moment, I'm going to give you a simple, real-world challenge. Measure exactly 4 liters of water using only 2 containers. No equations, no formulas, just thinking. This puzzle has one purpose: to show you how powerful the right thinking framework can be. The framework comes from George Polya, one of the greatest mathematicians of all time. He discovered a 4-step method for solving problems. Any problem, math problems, coding bugs, financial decisions, even relationship conflicts. This isn't about memorizing formulas. It's about installing a mental operating system. By the end of this video, you won't just understand math better. You'll understand how to think, how to guide AI with precision, and how to approach life's hardest problems with clarity and confidence. If you've ever wanted to be good at math, start here.
But first, a challenge. Imagine you have 2 containers, one that holds 5 gallons and one that holds 3 gallons. You have an unlimited supply of water. How do you measure out exactly 4 gallons? Don't look it up. Just think about how you would start. Most people start guessing. They start pouring water back and forth randomly. They panic. By the time we're done today, I'll show you how Polya's method makes the answer to that riddle and much bigger ones completely obvious. So who was George Polya? Back in the 1940s at Stanford University, while everyone else was focused on solving specific complex equations, Polya noticed something weird. Even the smartest students were failing because they didn't know how to be stuck. They knew the formulas, but they didn't know the process of discovery. He realized that problem solving is a skill, like swimming or playing the guitar. You aren't born with it, you practice it. He wrote a little book called How to Solve It, which has since sold millions of copies and become the Bible for every elite engineer at Google, Amazon, and NASA. He moved the focus from what is the answer to how do we get there. He became the psychologist of mathematics. Let's dive into the core of his legend, the 4-step framework. This is the algorithm of success.
Step 1, you have to understand the problem. It sounds stupidly simple, right? Of course you understand the problem. You want more money, or you want the code to work. But Polya argued that 90% of failure happens right here. We rush. We see a problem and we immediately jump to step 3, trying to solve it. Polya says, stop. Look at the unknown. Can you describe exactly what you were looking for? What are the data points you actually have? What are the conditions? If you're building an app, the problem isn't I need to make an app. The problem is, I need a way for user A to reach goal B under constraint C. If you can't visualize the goal clearly, you're just a person running fast in a dark room. You're going to hit a wall. Ask yourself, is there enough information to even find a solution? If not, stop trying to solve it and start trying to find the missing information. Step 2, devise a plan. This is where the magic happens. This is the creative phase. Polya suggests using analogies. Have you ever solved something similar to this before? If you're trying to manage your personal finances, have you ever managed a small project at work? The logic is often the same. Another Polya favorite is inversion, working backward. If you want to be a millionaire in 10 years, don't ask what to do today. Ask, what would a millionaire have had to have done in year 9, in year 5, in year 1? By working backward, the path becomes a series of logical steps rather than a giant leap into the dark. This is exactly what Elon Musk calls first principles thinking. You strip everything down to the fundamental truths and build back up.
Before we hit step 3, if you're finding this mental upgrade useful, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that you're the kind of person who values growth, and it helps me bring more of this mental software to you. Step 3, carry out the plan. This is about persistence. Polya's advice here is simple but profound. Check every single step. Can you prove that the step you just took is correct? Most people fail here because they get sloppy. They take a shortcut, they make an assumption, and then the whole tower collapses. In the world of coding, this is unit testing. In life, this is accountability. If your plan is to lose weight, don't just try to eat healthy. Check the step. Did I eat a high-protein breakfast today? Yes or no? Proof is the difference between a wish and a result. Step 4. Look back. This is the step everyone skips. Once the problem is solved, we usually just sigh in relief and move on. Polya says that's a tragedy. Step 4 is where the genius is actually manufactured. You need to ask, could I have solved this differently? Is there a more elegant way? Can I use this exact same logic for a different problem in the future? This is how you build mental models. When you see a top-tier product manager or a lead engineer who seems to solve things instantly, it's not because they're faster thinkers. It's because they've looked back so many times that they recognize the patterns. They aren't solving a new problem, they're recognizing an old one in a new outfit.
Now, let's talk about the world we live in today, the era of AI. People are terrified that ChatGPT is going to take their jobs. But if you understand Polya, you realize that AI is just a very fast Step 3 machine. AI can carry out the plan better than any human, but AI is terrible at Step 1 and Step 2. It doesn't truly understand the context unless you give it the right unknowns and conditions. This is why prompt engineering is essentially just Polya engineering. If you ask an AI, write me a marketing plan, you'll get garbage. But if you use Polya's framework, if you define the specific unknown, provide the data, set the constraints, and tell the AI to work backward from a specific goal, the output is 200% more effective. In the age of AI, the person who knows how to frame the problem is the king. The person who only knows how to execute is obsolete. Polya was the world's first prompt engineer in 1945. This isn't just for tech though, this is for your life. Math is just a metaphor for reality. Think about your biggest struggle right now. Is it a relationship, a career plateau? Apply the algorithm. Step 1. Do you actually understand the unknown? Are you fighting with your partner about the dishes, or is the unknown actually a lack of respect or shared vision? Step 2. What's the plan? Have you solved a relationship hurdle before? What would success look like 6 months from now, and can you work backward from there? Step 3. Carry it out with precision. Don't just be nicer. Check the step. Did I listen for 5 minutes without interrupting today? Step 4. Reflect. After the conversation, did it work? Why or why not?
This is how you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the architect of your own reality. You aren't bad at life, you just haven't been using the right framework. Remember that riddle from the beginning? 2 containers, 5 gallons and 3 gallons. You need 4. Let's use Polya's work backward and understand steps. The unknown is 4 gallons. How can we get 4? Well, 4 is just 5 minus 1. How do we get 1? If we fill the 3-gallon jug and pour it into the 5-gallon jug, we need 2 more to fill the 5. If we then fill the 3-gallon jug again and pour until the 5-gallon jug is full, we have exactly 1 gallon left in the 3-gallon jug. Now, empty the 5-gallon jug, pour that 1 gallon in, fill the 3-gallon jug one more time and add it. 1 plus 3 equals 4. See? When you have a method, the impossible just becomes a series of logical moves. George Polya died in 1985, but his legacy is more alive today than ever. He proved that the human mind is the ultimate tool, but like any tool, you need to know how to use it. You don't need a higher IQ, you need a better process. Don't let your problems own you. Take a breath, look at the unknown, and start the algorithm. If you found this valuable, subscribe and join our community of people who are upgrading their mental operating systems every single week. Stop guessing, start solving. I'll see you in the next one.